It used to be that your privacy was invaded by people breaking into your home, listening to your phone calls, opening your mail. But technology has made it far easier for criminals and governments to invade your privacy. As a matter of fact, you could argue that metadata is far more dangerous than just listening to people's phone calls or opening their emails. InfoWars has been warning you about this for a long time. Here's just one article from 4 years ago where we told you about Google's cozy relationship with the CIA, joining with them in an internet monitoring project that would scour Twitter accounts, blogs, and websites and be used to, quote, predict the future. Google's venture capital firm and the CIA's In-Q-Tel invested $10 million into a company called Recorded Future. Using metadata, Google and the government can predict not only societal trends, but individual action, knowing better than you do where you will likely be at a certain time. That's being done with metadata, not with your phone calls or your email. But now the surveillance state gets far more intrusive and sinister. Not content to invade your home, your mail, your computer, the government has been working for decades on ways to invade your mind, monitoring your thoughts, controlling your actions, even implanting or changing your memories. And InfoWars has been pointing this out for a long time as well. Look at this article from 11 years ago. Now if you Google it, you'll easily find over 349,000 results in less than half a second. And the government and its media have gone from ridiculing reports of their mind control research, calling you a conspiracy theorist if you report it, to taking credit for it, even putting a humanitarian spin on their demonic creation. The mainstream media is positively giddy about the prospects of mind control and memory manipulation.
How will the IT revolution help change our minds, improve our lives? Are we going to cure diseases like Alzheimer's, move objects just by looking at them?
DARPA wants you to see the purpose of their research as producing a medical device for Alzheimer's or PTSD. DARPA also wants you to see their militarized robots as something that will save your life in a natural disaster. They want you to believe that building a robot that can run faster than a human is to save you, not to hunt you down. Of course, DARPA's evil inventions could be used for benevolent purposes, but benevolent medical devices are not DARPA's mission. Their mission statement says that it's to overcome multifaceted threats, to wield cyber as a military capability, to open new operational regimes with advanced platforms and weapons, and to build a strong foundation for tomorrow's military. DARPA weaponizes technology. They're not looking for a cure for Alzheimer's. They're not even looking for a cure for PTSD. They're looking for a way to weaponize mind control. Keep that in mind when you hear this.
We can actually connect the mind to a computer now and actually begin to, quote, read thoughts. You can type, you can issue commands, and we can even photograph what you're thinking about. Meaning that, in principle, we can photograph a dream.
Homeland Security's mission isn't benevolent medical devices either. As InfoWars reported 3 years ago, Homeland Security, as part of their so-called anti-terrorism mission, developed a memory transfer system at the University of Southern California. The Pentagon and Homeland Security pretending that their mind control programs are benevolent medical devices is just like the thought police and the interrogators from the novel 1984 calling themselves the Ministry of Love. Homeland has a familiar ring to it and a familiar purpose.
Who knows? Maybe we'll upload a vacation you never had.
Or maybe they'll use you as a false flag terrorist. Kaku even referenced Total Recall.
Tell us your fantasy. We'll give you the memory. You want to be a crime fighter, a world-class athlete, or a secret agent? Yeah. Happy trails, man.
What happens if our criminal justice system comes up against the fact that memories, eyewitness accounts, cannot be trusted anymore?
Finally, Kaku talked about another aspect of brain control besides selectively removing memories or implanting new fictional memories. InfoWars has been covering for a long time the dream of Ray Kurzweil, now Director of Engineering at Google, and of others, that they will transfer their consciousness into machines, that they will merge with machines in what they call the singularity.
So, Professor, are we going to be able to live forever, store memories?
Well, President Barack Obama and the European Union are going to dump $1 billion, that's billion with a B, not an M, to the Brain Project so that we're going to create basically a disk with all your neural patterns, maybe your memories and thoughts and desires on it. The short-term goal is to cure mental illness, one of the great scourges of the human race. But long-term, if you die, in some sense, your genome and your connectome will live on forever.
The real singularity is the merging of global corporations with global government in order to enslave you.
We've already seen a huge upswing in prosperity because of the IT revolution. The kind of things that you're talking about, though, sound like they could expand our economy, improve our lives.
They see you as lab rats. They will offer you some temporary beneficial benefits in order to get you to accept their brain and memory technology, but it will be the instruments of your enslavement.
My friends, Alex Jones here to tell you about some of the most important information concerning you and your family's health. Radiation levels have more than doubled in the last 60 years in the Northern Hemisphere from all of the nuclear testing and radiological accidents. Radioactive contamination is now in most of the food supply. There's only 2 ways to avoid this. Move south of the equator or properly protect your thyroid with nascent iodine. Survival Shield Nascent Iodine. Secure your super high quality nascent iodine today at InfoWarsLife.com.